It's Pradda, and you watch your Cruel Committee TV.
I was
And what's up?
How you doing?
What's up, Pradda, man? What's been going on?
Not much, working on music, doing as many shows as I can, being a part of as many events as I can, not even just music-related events, just trying to be a part of the scene, all types of scenes, really.
Okay. Where you from, man?
I'm originally from New Jersey, raised in North Carolina. I lived here in Nashville for a couple years when I was 18, went back home, and I just moved back last October.
All right. What do you feel about Nashville? How do you like it?
I'm from the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, so this place is pretty dope for me. I like it. I like the people.
Yeah.
I like the energy. I like there's always something to do. That's pretty much what I like.
Cool. So, Pradda, I want to know what motivates you to pick up the pen to even like make music.
What motivates me is weird shit.
All right.
So it could be anything. I could be watching like workout videos, like CT Fletcher, one of my role models. He's an old dude. Still has one of the bench press records for raw drug tested bench presses.
Okay.
Died twice. And he does he
Twice?
died twice. He does his YouTube videos where it's just him going off. He's so famous now, he does it with celebrities, but at first it was just his people, just him going off in the gym. This old man, one of the first people to get like 24-inch biceps without steroids, like just crazy, like superhuman stuff he's accomplished. I watch stuff like that and be like,
guy before.
what? Look up CT Fletcher. He is so motivated. Look up CT Fletcher.
CT
It's
Fletcher. Let me get that gem real quick. Put that in my pocket. You know what I'm saying?
That watching him motivates me, or just watching other people work. Like I'll be watching a vlog, like a day-to-day on like any artist YouTube. I see him in the studio. I see him doing a show, and I'll be like, damn, I'm sitting here watching YouTube, and that's what I want to be doing in my life. And I just cut it off, and I just motivate me to play some beats, write some lyrics, and I just force myself to do it sometimes.
Okay.
Just watching other people work motivates me. Yeah.
Right. You can definitely get inspiration from a lot of people. Let me ask you this. What do you bring to the table that would separate you from other artists?
I do believe, other than like two artists, I still think that I can't really think of too many rappers who can outperform me. I really give it my all. I really bring energy. I perform on showcases with punk bands, rock bands, rappers, singers, and it's just me by myself in front of people I don't know, and the crowd is always like, your energy is amazing. And to me, it's just like, I'm just doing what I always do when I'm alone in my room, acting crazy as hell. But yeah, that, and also, I'm probably one of the only rappers who raps over any kind of beat. I have, even right now, I have a song called 2 a.m. It's like a real bouncy club EDM beat. Then I have songs like, that I perform called 1111, traditional ATL sounding stuff. Then I'll go and do remixes to Daft Punk beats. I'll rap over it. I'll rap over anything. And it won't be great, but it damn sure won't be whack. So
So it won't be great, but it won't be whack. But
Yeah.
you're gonna enjoy it.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's cool, man. First album you ever bought with your own money?
Oh, it's the first and only one, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by
Really?
Kanye West. Yeah.
Why
Yep.
that one?
Well, Kanye West is half the reason I started rapping.
Okay.
The other half was 50 Cent. So I was like, I was in love with 50 Cent, but then I was like, but I ain't no gangster. Like, my uncles are gangsters, my cousins are gangsters, I ain't no gangster. And then I heard Kanye West, and I was like, yo, this dude is rapping, and he not a gangster. And he's doing his own beats, he's doing it all himself. I just remember washing dishes, and it happened because I got in trouble. I was talking back to my mama, she made me wash some dishes, I was mad. We always had a stereo in the kitchen in the corner, and I put in the CD, I don't even know who bought this, like, the universe just had the CD in the kitchen, put it in, and it was late registration.
Okay.
And I just remember washing dishes for almost an hour and a half because I was listening to late registration. I was just like, who is this dude? And I was young as hell, like middle school still probably.
Okay.
But it was just like crazy. I don't remember what the question was.
He took us back real quick, man.
I don't remember what the question was. I was just thinking about washing them dishes.
He was back in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was in the kitchen like, damn, who is this?
That's crazy, man.
But yeah,
That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's dope, man. I love Kanye, man. Probably my favorite Kanye is Graduation.
That's
Probably
a
my
good one.
favorite Kanye. But yeah, man.
but I have bought singles. I recently bought. I don't know his whole name. He go by Petty 615.
Yeah.
I recently bought one of his latest singles, just because it's like we go out here and we buy these major artists' music or people we don't know, but we don't support our
own.
peers,
Yeah.
our family, people that surround us. And it's like if anybody gonna make it, we gotta support each other.
Shout out to Petty, man. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That you got to support your own, man.
Yeah, because I'm tired of seeing. I don't want to drop. I don't like saying the word and like sound like I'm hating, but I'm tired of Atlanta running everything, and I'm not even from here. But it's like I love a lot of artists from here. I love a lot of artists on the East Coast in general, and I just feel like the East Coast probably need to take back rap for a little bit. I mean, West Coast did it. I mean, it really ain't never stops in the South because of the legends like Outkast and all that. But I feel like East Coast been slipping, man.
Yeah.
We gotta pick it up.
So what do you think, in particularly, because you touch on a good point, like here in Nashville or Tennessee in general, what do you think is going to take to get to that next level, like to bring like the type of prominence that Atlanta has? Because they've been doing it for a long time. So what do you think, would be the next step? What needs to happen?
I just feel like we need to take responsibility. I see it now. I see people like Walt Flames throwing dope parties after any event just to keep everybody congregated. I see people like my friends, my homies throwing their own shows that put on visual artists, graphic artists, painters, rappers, singers, people who just have their own venues. Shouts out to Queen Ave. Shouts out to Glass Menage. Shouts out to the Meal Ticket. Shouts out to Mercy Lounge. Shouts out to any place that just lets pretty much us just come together and do our own thing, because we can't be waiting for people to put us on. We kind of got to make our own scene.
This is true.
Like, people still think the only thing in Nashville is country music.
Right.
It's a lot of dope artists here. It's also a lot of like not so dope artists who outworking talent, and it's like you gotta put the work behind the talent, because somebody else will outwork you, and you gotta have both. You can't just pick one. 'Cause I know people who are amazing, but it's like they just sitting on stuff and they just like, I don't know, and I'm like, well, it's time to know. But I feel like if we keep building our own scene, and I feel like we need to connect with DJs too.
Okay.
It's like DJs, they used to never be able to control what they play, but I've been following and studying, and a lot of DJs, they got their own slots. They can play what they want as long as good quality and it's radio friendly and it's good. I feel like we connect more with DJs and pretty much build our own community. Everybody can just put each other on, basically.
Okay. A lot of positive stuff there, man.
Yeah.
I think you touched on a lot of good points, and we do got to build our own scene. You literally can't just sit around and wait for somebody to do this or somebody to do that. You just got to go out there and get it, man. But take me through your creative process when you kind of.
My new creative process, it's a little different because I'm trying to steer away from taking forever on working on one thing. So I usually sit in my room, I'll play a beat or something, and then I open up a voice recorder app on my phone, and I'll just mumble and like ran off little melodies, just nothing. And then I'll stop it when I ain't feeling it, next beat. And I do that for about 20 minutes to an hour. And then I'll pick a random day to literally where I'm like doing nothing. And I have to like check myself like, yo, you need to be working. And I open up my little voice recorder and I'll listen. And I'll pretty much just listen to my mumbles and just write lyrics. And I'm like, what would I say if these were actual lyrics?
Right.
And I usually can pump out a song really quick doing that. Otherwise, sometimes it really does just hit you.
Okay.
Like I'll literally hear a beat, and the moment I hear it, I'm like, I know this whole song already. I just gotta write it out or put it into the mic. I spend more time engineering and mixing music than I do writing and recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like a lot of people think, like, oh, you must have been high when you wrote that. I've written one song high ever, and that was on accident. It was like I'm always sober. I'm usually bored or like usually mad, really, because I'm just like, I'm tired of being here
Right.
as in this plane of average civilian. I need to be up here so I can impact things. But it's pretty much it. I don't force anything. If I play a beat and 10, 15 minutes go by and nothing comes out, I turn it off. And usually what happens 9 times out of 10, a week or two later, I hear that same beat and all of a sudden it's a song there. And I'm like, whoa, I'm glad I didn't force this a week ago where I wouldn't have this song now.
That's true. That's true. You make a good point.
That's pretty much it right there.
I might have to take that one with the voice memo.
Yeah.
It's not a,
Just like mumble and okay. And then you hear the beat later and you got the flow and you actually got the time to, it's like fill in the blank.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So, you did mention that you grew up in Charlotte. I mean, not Charlotte, I'm sorry. North Carolina.
Yeah.
What do you think about the situation in Charlotte right now?
I think it's crazy. People think of North Carolina and they think of it as the South, and they've always thought of it as probably racist or whatever. But
Sorry, real quick. If you're not familiar with what's going on in Charlotte, I mean, it's all over the news with the wrongful shooting of a gentleman. He was just sitting in his car reading a book, and he ended up being the victim of another senseless police shooting. It wasn't even caught on Facebook Live. But I just wanted to put that out there for anybody that didn't know what was going on. But yeah, I mean, like you were saying.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. North Carolina has probably the largest concentration of veterans, has more military bases than any state, where they do the mock training for, the Iraq wars. That base is there. I have at least 3 really close friends that are veterans or are still active in the military. And it's just like, it's just crazy that like a place is so, it's weird. You got people think this is a typical Southern racist state, and you got the side I know that I grew up in where to me it wasn't Southern at all. Like, people don't really have deep accents. I've never even had like any problems with race outside of, surprisingly, people my age living in North Carolina. It's like, so I'm thinking, y'all clearly got this from the generation above you. They hide it. You're young and reckless. You expose it. But it's crazy that happened. I hope people learn from, sounds crazy to say, but the literal, like, over 100 instances just like this in the past, and they flip it and do something positive instead of just rioting. Like you were mentioning earlier, destroying their own communities, stuff like that. I hope nobody gets blamed for anything. I hope I feel like they won't, because North Carolina government is kind of whack, but I hope they actually do something about, at this time, as far as the Department of Justice. They always investigate, then there's always no charges, and I'm just like, how are there no charges?
Yeah. I was actually discussing this with a friend earlier today, and getting the Department of Justice to take over investigations of the police departments and things like that on an individual basis obviously hasn't got us anywhere.
Nah.
Because literally, just this year, it's been over 100 police-related shootings with people of minorities, black people. And somebody made a point. This Dr. Umar Johnson that actually said this was like, there should be a systematic investigation, not just the individual investigation, but a systematic, that there's something inherently wrong about the system for this to be continuing to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was happening to any other race, then, I think people would be more up in arms.
Yeah, it's also systematic on both sides. I read an article recently. It's happening right now. People of America, Central America, South America, when they protest and when they riot against tyrants and injustice, it's a lot different than when we do it. They get results, and they're not necessarily more violent, but they're definitely more active. And it's just like, our police system, they're systematically programmed to think this is wrong, this is suspicious, this is dangerous. And then on the other end, we're told that we need to move this way, act this way, and that, another one just got murdered. This is never going to change type. It's almost like both sides are brainwashed to stay where they are. And we just got to find a way to break that cycle. And we got other countries who are literally overthrowing their own governments. And we have the most powerful nation who went from being enslaved to being the president, and we can't even figure this out. It's crazy.
crazy. Man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The times that we live in, right now. That's why I just think it's so important as artists. Because I do music too, and do you talk about any of those things, or do you feel compelled to talk about any of those things in your music as somebody with a platform and a voice?
As of recently, I've started writing a lot about it. Not on this next project, because that project was written pretty much just as a plot to generate energy, generate positivity, but then also you do have to sit back and address issues, let people know that you're more than just, hey, I'm a rapper and I'm gonna talk about that bullshit. So it's like I've definitely started sitting down and trying to be more serious and write about things that really affect me, not just as a civilian or a citizen, but as a black male in America.
Right.
And yeah.
Favorite place to eat when you're in Nashville?
Favorite place to eat? I don't eat out much. I'm a healthy boy. I cook most of my own meals. My favorite places so far would probably have to be Sitar's, the Indian joint near downtown or near West End. I don't know where it is. And Hattie B's. Now I know it's like this is the home of the spicy chicken. I've never been to Prince's. I've seen it on TV. I've heard everybody talk about it. I heard they're pretty much number one. I love to have it. But pretty much, I love Indian food. I love sushi, and I love chicken.
So what's next for Pradda?
I'm dropping a new short little EP coming soon. Before that, I'm hoping that me and Tree Keeper drop our little joint A-side, B-side.
Shout out to Tree Keeper, man. Shout out to Tree Keeper.
We drop our little joint A-side, B-side project. Put some visuals out for that. After that, it's just music videos and grinding.
Okay.
I'm really trying to connect with a bunch of artists. I would love to do tracks with just about any and every artist in the city. I feel like that's how you connect with people. That's how you grow. That's how you get people to support you.
Right.
And it also helps that like 80% of the artists I've met are dope. They like, and I like it a lot.
Let them know where they can find you at on social media and check out your music, man.
You can find me at It's Pradda everywhere. That's ITSPRADDA. That's Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, email. It's Pradda on every platform.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Well, I appreciate your time.
Appreciate
speaking with us. Cool
No
Committee
problem.
TV. Hopefully it's not the last time, man.
Definitely not.
And if you haven't seen this guy perform, you need to definitely check that out, man.
It's lit.
It's Pradda.
I'm a whole nother
Cool Committee
person.
TV. Raw business. And we out here.
Hey.
Yeah.